A package delivery. This was a $35 payout that I did not take. It would have been 13 miles after the first drop off. And after getting tip baited for the first time a few weeks ago, I took it so I could take a screenshot, but I gave it right back. I canceled it because why would I go through all of that effort and have the tip taken away? Because it's saying plus 44 minutes from the first drop off and includes expected tip. Now, I feel that a package delivery like Sephora, the customer should not be allowed to take back the tip. There should be no window for that. Because I took it just to take the screenshot, but I didn't take this offer because they can easily take the tip away. Oh, and customer verification. So I checked out the routes. It would have been an hour one way. And during rush hour, 5:48 p.m. Today I completed a package delivery for Spark from a chocolate store. And it tells you, feel free to leave in a shaded place and take a photo. When I got to the pickup, it's telling me that I'm picking up perishables because it was very humid today, hot and sticky, and I didn't want to leave it on the stoop. So I rang the doorbell and knocked, and this very nice man answered, and he was touched by the gift. It was a little balloon that said surprise, and a few boxes of expensive candy, chocolate candy. And I didn't want to leave it outside because it would have ruined it. So I'm happy he answered the door and there was no issues. This was in the middle of the day. It was a 15 and change payout and pretty local. I chose to do it. So that was a good thing. And I also completed a shop and deliver. I earned $33 with Spark today. And I didn't drive far. I just took a couple and it worked after I completed a scheduled delivery. So I'm in the parking lot. I waited 30 minutes. I'm cleaning my car. I let it cool off. I'm on a flat surface. I don't think there's any oil in my car. I spent $750 getting my car maintained. And I just called up my mother. Now, I know that might sound silly, but I know she knows what she's looking at. She grew up in a gas station. Her father was a mechanic, and I'm not that clueless. I know I'm not a mechanic type, but, I'm not that clueless. I take care of my cars. They last a long time. I'm very proud to say I drive a car for 10 years. You take care of it, it'll last you a long time. I'm going to show you this. And the car's been sitting for 30 minutes. And I checked it 3 times, and now I just called my mother because I know she knows what she's looking at. I don't think there's any oil in my car. I'm angry. You know how much damage that costs? That will cause? Let me show you. Here's the stick. I put it in 3 times. I wiped it off really good, and I just pulled it out. There's no oil in the car. I don't think there's any oil in my car. This is not covered in oil at all. There's some really nice people out here. This guy that works at the recreation center. I'm at the Rockville Center Recreation Center. He stopped to make sure. He thought I needed a jump. He looked at my oil. He said, I'm a mechanic. He goes, there's no oil in this car. My mother's going to freak. She's going to be more mad than me, and it's my car. It was a long day. I did gig today. I broke 100. I didn't leave until 10:40. I did a few things, earned some money. Got home a little before 8. Not a great day, but I did have to do a couple of things in between. The story with the car. It was Sunday. I was bopping around. I didn't get far. The computer, oil pressure low. Why again? Why? Then it shows up again. I read the second line. Because it happened so fast that you only could read the first line. So when I saw it, I went, just look at the second line, Michelle, if it goes on again. I was talking to myself. I was pissed because I just had it serviced. A couple of parts were covered under warranty. I put money into my car. I gave it that special oil treatment that they charge at $300 for. I'll never do that again. To me, it's pointless because I drove the car with no oil in it. I won't be going that to those. I took very good care of a pre-certified car that I gave a lot of love to and brought it back. And I planned on driving this car a long time. I'm not happy about it because I understand the internal damage that can be done. The car was telling me, turn engine off, the second line. I pulled over, I'm in a parking lot. I let the car cool down. I'm very calm. I was in disbelief. That's a word I used in one of the letters. I've been in touch with the car dealership, the service department. There was conversations, of course. Everything's on file. It should have never happened. It should have never happened. I could have yelled. I could have screamed. I could have made a stink. Damage was already done. I got it on a flatbed and I got it there. Now, something burst. The part that they replaced wasn't put on properly. So all the oil leaked out. But there was probably still a little oil in there. So the notification didn't go on until the weekend. I didn't really drive the car a lot after I picked it up after service. Having it serviced a couple of weeks ago, which I shared in a video. I got it right there. I parked it. I filled out the paperwork. I left it on, at the service department and I walked home. I shared that in a video. Good thing I was just around the corner. I was in disbelief. I couldn't believe it. I waited to get the hood open because it was so hot. I didn't go far. I moved fast once I read that second line because it stays on for like a second or two when you're driving. It don't stay on long enough to read it. And I was like, what? Did I just say turn off engine? So I jumped into a parking lot. Yeah. Yes, my mom was home. She didn't have to be. I would have made it home. It just would have been a little harder. Got it on a flatbed. She dropped me off at home. I picked up the car Tuesday afternoon around 4. We're hoping everything's on file. We're hoping there was no major damage because that's internal damage. Wear and tear that the car's telling you to turn it off. And I wasn't going fast. I wasn't on the parkway. I wasn't anything like that, Thank goodness. So I'm going to give some shout outs too. Us gig workers without a car don't earn money, but even a W-2 job, I've never had the type of job where you earn so much money. I tell my employers I'm carless. I think once at my last W-2 job, my mother let me use her extra car. She didn't have to. I'm carless. My car's out of service. I'll let you know when I can come back to work when I have a car. Cars break down. They need to be maintained. So that's what happened, everybody. It just, I'll let you know how the car's running. I don't feel good about it. I'm not going to lie. I drove away from the service, from the service department, and I checked the oil, and it said 91% life, probably because it was so dry, and I think they put 5 quarts in it. And today I checked it, and it's already at 87%. So I'm going to keep an eye on that this week, and I'm not really driving. I'm not going far. So, let me share this with you. I felt that I should share the story with you. It's just, and it's because I want to give people shout outs too. It's about cars and maintaining and, I just was at disbelief. There was a lot of communication with the service people. And they kept saying this should have never happened. Well, no, it shouldn't have. But things do happen. But whoever fixed that car. Oh, they did. They cleaned my car. I was going to go in last week the $35. I do that once a season, and then I keep it clean in between, and I pay the car wash to clean it. They cleaned it. I believe they rotated the tires, which they didn't do before. I know they didn't, because I marked them and they told me the tires were rotated, and they never were rotated. I'm just tired of begging people to do the right thing. I just won't go there, so I do the best I can to get through life like everyone else. And the next time I bring my car someplace, I already know tires, I'm going someplace else. I want them to look over the car, because I just don't have faith. I just don't. I'm saying I'll never go there again, but I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to go to a mechanic in town that I know, and pay them to do it. I don't know if I'll ever give the extra treatment of differentials and all that now, because I drove the car with no oil in it. I could keep talking. I'm going to give shout outs. A lot of mixed feelings here. A lot went on. So I'm just going to take it. Just going to see how it goes every day with the car. I just don't know what to expect. CarEdge.com. Your personal car shopper is here. No hassles, always fair prices. But they do a lot more than that, okay? I've given these guys shout outs before. This is the company, these are the people that help me buy my car and help me save thousands of dollars and help me represent myself in the finance department. And I feel the finance lady did her job and I did my job. And I was happy. I mean, service, car dealerships provide a service of getting what we want in a lot that we could go shop and drive away in a new car or a certified car, used car. It's the convenience. They are providing a service. I was happy with the deal. Ray and Zach. They're the ones who created CarEdge, I believe. I'm still following them. I listen to their YouTube channel all the time. And you should check them out. It's Ray and Zach. I believe they go live every day, Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And they talk about the car industry and what's going on and the highs and lows and everything going on in the car business, the car world. CQA, Car Questions Answered. They do business with this guy. This guy runs a used car dealership, I believe in the Carolinas someplace. I do listen to him sometimes. He's selling his cars on CarEdge now, I believe, and he's working with Ray and Zach. And just for the record, Zach is only 29 years old. He just had his 29th birthday. He has people my age and older and his own father working for him. His father was a car salesman most of his life, and he just loves the industry, and he does research every day. This kid's so gifted. He's only 29 years old. And look at this business he's building. I mean, he's doing business with huge companies that created this company, CarEdge. It just goes on and on and on. If you enjoy the topic of automobiles, learning about the industry, they're like the car news. That's what they are. They keep you up to date with everything going on in the car world. And I love it. I love it. His father is really funny. Very nice. And Zach is very sweet. Ray's a funny man. But check out CQA Live. You use a car to earn money, and you maintain your car. I would think that you would find channels like these. You know, something that you would want to listen to almost every day. And I do. And they're funny. I didn't give up on them. You can't talk about everybody all the time. I have my own little business to try to get off the ground, you know? So they keep you on the loop. And I've learned, I continue to learn so much from them, that the next car I buy, I'm going to be an old pro. That's for sure. Or I might use their concierge. You could pay them to buy a car for you, and they'll have it delivered to your door. That's crazy. So until the next video clip, I'm just going to have a part-time week, gig workers. I'm really grateful I was able to just zip off the road when that happened and I wasn't far. I wasn't in the middle of anything big. Tough July. I'm glad it's over. Today's July 31st. Tomorrow's August 1st. I hate July. I knew it would be a struggle. I knew it would be a tough one. And it just continued to get more tough. But we got through it. See you in the next video clip. Keep working, gig workers. I'll upload a video, I guess, over the weekend or next week. See you later. Bye.